Let's get started in a child's pose. Hi, Sabina and everyone online. My name is McKenzie. We're at AOS in New Orleans, live from the AOS showroom. We're going to be going through a 60-minute vinyasa flow. So we're starting in child's pose. Knees come wide, big toes come to touch. Reach your hands out long in front of you. And if you think they're as long as they can go, crawl those fingertips out a little bit further. Maybe even press your palms down into the mat for a second to shift your hips back towards your heels. You can shift those hips side to side, rocking back your forehead back and forth. Just settle in, find some movement, and then go ahead and find stillness here. Maybe reach your pinky fingers out to the edge of the mat. Press down to feel the opening through your armpits and start to cultivate your breath. Breathe in through your nose, fill up through your belly, let it sink down as you breathe in. Exhale through the mouth, fog up your yoga mat. Deep breath in through the nose, fill up. Exhale once again through the mouth, let it go. Start to cultivate your ujjayi breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Letting the air travel over the whisper muscles in the back of your throat. Let's walk your fingertips over to the left side of the mat. Let your right hand crawl on top of the left. Feel the line of energy that stretched through your right side body from your fingertip through your side, landing back at your hip point. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Coming back through center. Let's bring our focus to our intention today. If you have something that you want more of or less of in your life, I invite you to cultivate that intention, bring it to the forehead and hold it there. If you don't have an intention readily available, the intention I give you today is the intention of having trust, and we'll explore that today through our practice. How can you trust your body and your mind and your spirit to take you to a new place, knowing that everything will be okay once you get there? And if it's not okay, how can we find benefit from that too? So slowly press up into a tabletop pose when you're ready. Your shoulders are over your wrists. Untuck the tops of your feet. Press your feet into the mat. Nice long spine. Gazes slightly forward. We'll move through our cat-cows here. So inhale for a stargazing cow. Belly drops, gaze rises. Spread your sits bones. Exhale, push the mat away. Curl the spine. Gaze comes inward. On your inhale, expand, reach long. Exhale, curl the spine, terrified cat. 2 more rounds, match your breath to your movement. Inhale, stargazing cow. Exhale, terrified cat. 1 more round, move like you. Find your inhale. Exhale, find your curling of the spine. Coming back through center. Thread the needle, right arm reaches up to the sky to start. So if you need your hips to stay square here, you can bring your hand to the lower back and then find that emphasis of the twist just through that right shoulder. Press into the mat with the left hand. Thread the needle. We'll find this as an active motion, so come down and then rise right back up. Inhale, arm up to the sky. Twice more like that. Just finding movement in our stretch. Inhale, rise. Exhale, thread the needle. 1 more time, inhale, rise, and then we're staying put, deepening the stretch. Right cheek comes to the mat, right shoulder to the mat. Left arm can either extend out in front of you or reach up, back, and behind, maybe reaching for that inner right thigh. Open your heart up towards the ceiling, finding that twist through the shoulders. Breath in, breath out. Top hand plants into the mat. Inhale that right arm high one more time. And plant it right back down. Find your tabletop. We'll find a neutralizing cat-cow. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Find your way back through neutral. Same thing on the left side. Let's bring the left hand to the lower back just to make sure that lower back stays neutral. And then peel that left arm up, pressing through the right hand. So outer left hip is drawing down. Thread the needle. Left hand comes across the mat. Inhale, take it high. 3 times here. Thread the needle through. Inhale, take it high. Be soft with your spine. Inhale it through one more time, or exhale, excuse me. Inhale it high, find your twist, and then stay in that threaded needle. Left cheek is on the ground, left shoulder's on the ground, right arm is either out in front or tucked back behind you, reaching for that inner left thigh. Stay with your breath here. Good. Go ahead and plant your top hand, take it back up to the sky. Good, come through neutral tabletop, one more round of cat-cow. Find your inhale. Find your exhale, hold it here. Tuck your toes, hover your knees 2 inches off of the mat. You're firing up your core. Press the mat away, active arms, active core, active quads, breath in. Nice long neck, gazes slightly beyond your fingertips. Hips go high, downward facing dog. Your first down dog of class, pedal into the heels. 1 foot drops and the other, just walk out your dog. Good, your hands are shoulder width distance apart. Press firmly into all 10 finger pads. Eyes of your elbows are drawing towards one another. So as you press your hands into the mat, like you're opening a jar with your right hand, twisting it to the right, your left hand is twisting the opposite direction. Find stillness as you draw your chest toward your quads. Breath in. Breath out. How can we cultivate trust on our mat today while you're in each pose? Trust yourself to make the adjustments, to have it benefit, feel good, make you stronger, make you more open, make you more in tune with your body. How can we trust that we're getting there on the mat today? Inhale your right leg up to the sky for a 3-legged dog. Your kneecap is shining down towards the ground. Draw your heel up an inch higher. Pause here. Right shoulder is wrapping down. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Right knee reaches towards the ceiling. Right heel to the outside of the left glute. Press firmly into your right hand. Find the stretch through the right hip. 3-legged dog, square the hips. Right heel goes high once again. Knee to nose, drop it between your hands. Finding a low runner's lunge here, gazes forward. Inhale, right arm up to the sky, twisted runner's lunge. Good. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Gazes towards your top hand. Beautiful. Plant that right hand on the outside of the right foot. Drop your right knee, untuck your right toes. Bring your hands to start to the top of that right knee. We're finding low crescent lunge a lot during class today. So let's go ahead and build this foundation. So press into your right heel. Let's push the skin away on that right knee to help us shift forward, opening up through the left hip. Stay open across the heart, long in your side bodies, long in your spine. Inhale your arms up. Your pinky fingers are dialed towards one another. Roll your shoulders down your back. It will help you to sink even deeper. Breath in. Breath out. Hands come on the inside of this right foot. Finding a quick lizard pose here. So whether you just want to stay open with your hands planted on the ground, you can also tuck into these left toes to help to open into this left hip. Final option, you can come down onto your forearms to sink even deeper. It might be early to get into the full expression of the pose, so just take it wherever you want to. Trust that we are going to find a lot of other hip openers today. Breath in. Breath out. Come back up onto your hands if you're not there already. Step your right foot back. Find your downward facing dog. You might have to pedal out through the hips. Maybe you find some rotation through the hips. Might have gotten a little overactivated there so early. Just play into that trust. Know that we're going to open them more. Left leg reaches high for a three-legged dog. Kneecap dials down to the mat. Heel presses up and back. Good. Lift up through that inner right hamstring or left hamstring. Good. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Left heel reaches to the outside of the right glute. Press even further down into your left hand. Core is activated. Three-legged dog, left leg reaches high once again. Step it between your hands for a low runner's lunge. Long spine, twisted runner's lunge, left arm reaches high. Squeeze those inner thighs together, press into your left heel. Breath in, breath out. Plant your left hand on the outside of the left foot. Right knee comes down, untuck your right toes, finding that low crescent lunge. So to start, press into your left heel, hands come to the top of the left thigh. Press that skin away, sink deep into your hips. The more you press into your left heel, the more this hamstring gets activated, the more it lets you leverage the stretch in your right leg. When you're ready, find the power in your legs to inhale your arms up. Pinkies dialed together, shoulder blades squeezing down your back. Breath in, breath out. Should be on the top of this right knee. So if it's uncomfortable on your knee, shift forward a little bit more. Plant your hands on the inside of the right knee. You can either pop up on your toes, or again, we're finding this lizard pose with the left leg forward. So you can stay planted up on your palms. You can come down onto your forearms. You can always drop this right knee down to the ground. Opening up through the right and left hip. Again, it's a big early stretch, so be kind with your body here. Press up onto your palms. Slowly step that left foot back. Find your downward facing dog. Find a round of breath here. Breathe in, fill up. Exhale, sink your chest towards your thighs. Press into the mat. Inhale, roll forward into a high plank. Let's find 3 rounds of breath in our high plank. Maybe our shoulders are even a little bit beyond our wrists here, activating that lower core. We're up on our tippy toes, just like we're about to find our chaturanga, but we're pausing. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your quads. Breath in, breath out. Drop to your knees, untuck your toes, slowly lower down, your elbows squeeze in by your sides. Finding a locust pose here, your hands come down by your sides. Your chin is on the mat, your big toes come to touch. Go ahead and reach your chest off the mat, your thighs off the mat. Reach your hands back towards your toes. Activate your back side body. Yes, it's your back body, not your back side body. More inhale, rise an inch higher. Exhale, slowly release down. Hands plant under your breastbone, come through your bent legs, and find a downward facing dog. Tiptoe your feet all the way to the top of the mat. Find a ragdoll pose at the top. Grab opposite elbows with opposite hands. Crown of the head reaches down towards the earth. Good. Maybe find a slight shake of the head, yes. A slight shake of the head, no. Good. Release your hands down towards the mat. Roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Arms sweep up to the sky, high mountain pose. Hands come to heart center, finding your Anjali Mudra. Good. Slight gaze over the tops of your fingertips. We'll move through our sun salutations today. Did I take your mat? Good. Or do you need, you're good. Okay. Sorry. We will find, so during our sun salutations today, we are taking we'll find our crescent lunge, and then we'll also find our half split, okay? So inhale your arms up to the sky. Exhale, find your forward fold, let it go. Inhale your right leg to the back of the mat, low lunge. Left leg meets it in a downward facing dog, hips are high. Inhale, roll forward to a high plank. Exhale, drop your knees, chest, chin down to the mat. Inhale for your baby cobra. Exhale, come through bent knees, downward facing dog, hips are high. Here's where we add on today. Right leg reaches high for a three-legged dog. Step it between your hands, finding our low crescent lunge. So drop the left knee. Inhale right away, your arms up to the sky. Good, sink into those hips. Exhale for a half split. Hands can come down to the mat, shift your hips back. Feel that stretch through the hamstring. Taking our first round a little bit slower. Left hip is over the left knee. Hips are shifting back, crown of the head shifting forward. Inhale, rise up, stepping your left foot to meet the right. Halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale as you fold. Power through the feet, root to rise, arms up to the sky. Exhale, right back down, forward fold. Left leg reaches long, low lunge. Right leg meets it in a downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward into a high plank. Exhale, lower down, knees, chest, chin, slowly. Inhale for your baby cobra. Maybe find a full cobra, extend through the arms. Exhale, bent knees, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it between your hands, low crescent lunge. Inhale, arms rise up to the sky. Exhale, half splits. Plant the hands, shift your hips back, torso forward. Good, nice long spine. Reach forward on an inhale, rise up. Right foot meets left, halfway lift. Exhale as you fold. Root to rise, arms sweep up high. Second round a little bit faster, forward fold, let it go. Right leg reaches long, low lunge. Left leg meets it, down dog. Inhale, roll forward, high plank. You can find your chaturanga lowering halfway down. Inhale for an upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg high, inhale. Exhale, step it between your hands. Lower down, left knee drops. Inhale for your low crescent lunge. Exhale, half splits. Inhale as you rise up, left foot meets right, halfway lift. Exhale as you fold. Root to rise, arms sweep up high. Exhale as you forward fold, left side, left leg long, low lunge. Right leg meets it, down dog. Inhale through a high plank, engage the core. Exhale, lower halfway down. Heart shines open, upward facing dog. Exhale, core leads the transition, down dog. Left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it between your hands. Drop the right knee. Inhale for a low crescent lunge. Exhale for our half splits. Inhale, shift forward, right foot meets left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Root to rise, arms up high. Third round, pay attention, active listening, forward fold. Right leg long, low lunge. Left leg meets it, high plank. Find your way through your vinyasa. Chaturanga, low push-up. Inhale for up dog. Exhale for down dog. Find a breath here in your downward facing dog. Good work. Inhale to come up on your toes, bend your knees. Gaze forward, step or hop your way to the top of the mat. Inhale as you halfway lift. Exhale as you fold. Power through the feet, root to rise, arms up high. Exhale, fold at the hips, let it go. Left leg long this time, low lunge. Right leg meets it, high plank. Lower halfway down, low push-up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Pause here once again. Find your breath. Let's find 2 full breaths this time. Inhale. Exhale, heels sink down. One more time, inhale, come up on your toes, bend your knees, gaze forward, step or hop your way to the top of the mat. Inhale as you halfway lift. Exhale as you fold. Root to rise, arms sweep up to the sky. Exhale for chair pose. Woo, woo. Good, sink your hips down low. Wiggle your toes. Reach your biceps up by your ears. Energy sparking out through your fingertips. Bring some joy to those fingertips. Maybe you find a little jazz fingers. Breath in honor of Jazz Fest week. Jazz fingers. Big inhale. Exhale, fold, let it go. Inhale as you halfway lift. Exhale as you plant your hands, step or hop your way to the back of the mat. Find your way through your vinyasa. Meeting in a downward facing dog. Knowing that you can always take the liberty to skip your vinyasas. Take whatever restorative pose serves you during that time. All right. Take your right leg high to the sky for a three-legged dog. Dial that pinky toe down. Lift that heel an inch higher. Shift forward, knee to nose. Point your toe, lift that knee an inch higher. Inhale, take it high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it between your hands for your low runner's lunge. Low crescent lunge, drop the left knee. Inhale your arms up. Can you sink deeper into that front hip? We're a little looser, we're a little warmer now. Can you trust that your body can take you there to get you deeper into this pose? As you sink down through the hips, can you lift higher through the arms? Find a back bend. Maybe your arms start to take you up and back. Staying long through the side body, not crunching through the lower back. Breath in. Breath out. Exhale, plant your hands. Find your low runner's lunge again, so come up on your left toes. We're rising into a warrior two. Back heel spirals down. Left arm takes you up. Gaze over the right middle finger. Bend deep into that right knee, working for this 90-degree angle. Fire up that left glute. Stay here. Find your breath. Find your trust in the pose, in your body. Breath in. Breath out. Reach that front hand forward. Flip the palm. Find your peaceful warrior. Take your right hand up and over. Left arm reaches down the left leg. Keep the bend in the right knee. Breath in. Triangle pose, straighten through the front leg. Tick-tock your torso forward. And then down, arms find a 6 and 12 position. Open up, rotate that chest up towards the ceiling. Engage the core, pull your belly button up and in. Micro bend in that right knee. Peaceful warrior, re-bend into the right knee. Right arm takes you up and back once again. And then windmill your hands to frame your front foot. Step your right foot back. Find that vinyasa. Inhale for your up dog. Exhale, core leads the transition, downward facing dog. Good. Same thing, left side. Left leg reaches high. Get that pinky toe down. Your kneecap should be shining on the mat. Knee to nose, shift your torso forward, point your toes. Knee reaches an inch higher. Three-legged dog, take it high. Step it between your hands. Beautiful. Low crescent lunge, drop your left or your right knee. Power through the left heel. Inhale your arms up. Good. See how this feels on the opposite side. Do you feel the differences or similarities in your hips? Breath in. Breath out. Maybe we find our back bend here, staying long through the side bodies, reaching our gaze and our fingertips up and back. On your exhale, hands frame your front foot. Low runner's lunge, come up on your right toes. And then power through the left heel. Warrior two, spiral that back heel down. Nice deep bend in the front knee. Shoulders are over your hips. If you find yourself reaching forward, bring it back through center. Press through the outer edge of your back foot. Externally rotate that front knee. Breath in. Stay confident and powerful here. Reach forward, flip that front palm. Peaceful warrior takes you up and back. Give the person behind you an imaginary high five. They're doing good work. Triangle pose, straighten through the front knee. Tick-tock your torso forward and down. Good. Use the back of that left hand on your shin as a lever to open up your bottom lungs towards the ceiling. Gaze towards your top hand, engage the core. Breath in. Breath out. Peaceful warrior takes you up and back again. Rebend into the left knee. And then windmill your hands around the front foot. Step back while engaging the core. Lower through your vinyasa. Find your way to your down dog. So just as a little note to internalize, we do a lot of, your knee to nose, your kind of cheetah poses. Think about the knee to nose and like how you're engaging the core, not only when you come forward, but just how we transitioned from our low runner's lunge back to our down dog. We're lifting up through our core to lift our knee up and back into our down dog. So keep that in mind as we're going through. Right leg reaches high, three-legged dog. Knee to nose, shift forward, point the toe, lift the knee up into the nose. Inhale, take it high, three-legged dog. Step it between your hands. Low crescent lunge, untuck the left toes. Come down onto the left knee, inhale your arms up, shift forward in the hips. Finding your half split, pop up on the right heel, hands come to frame your front foot, hips shift back. Nice long spine. If you want to pop this right knee out or heel out a little bit further to get deeper in this hamstring stretch, you're more than welcome. Breath in. Breath out. Find your way into your low runner's lunge. Once again, rising up onto the left toes, powering up, spiraling your back heel down, warrior two. Deep bend in your right knee. Externally rotate. Find 2 rounds of breath. Your Ujjayi breath, in through the nose, out through the nose. Peaceful warrior takes you up and back. Triangle pose, straighten through the front leg. Tick-tock forward and down. Engage the core, slight bend in the front knee. Breath in. Breath out to stay. Inhale as you rise up. All 10 toes to the left side of the mat. Find your forward fold. Hands can come down to the mat in line with your feet. They can stay out in front if you want a nice long spine. Whatever feels good for you. Toes are slightly in, heels are slightly out. You can also just let this head hang heavy in between your legs. Good. All right, slowly come up onto your finger pads. Right toes face the front of the mat, finding your way into a half moon. So plant your right hand about a foot outside of that right pinky toe. Left toes drag up and in, like you're punching your left toes against a wall. Left hand can stay at the hip, or you can rise it up. Maybe your gaze is towards that top hand. Find 2 rounds of breath here. Trust that you're strong enough. Breath in, breath out. Finding our way to extended side angle. Slow bend in the right knee. Slowly drop your left foot at the side of the mat. Right elbow to right inner thigh. Left arm reaches up and then towards the front of the mat. Feeling the stretch from the fingertips through the outside of the right or left foot. Breath in. Breath out. If you'd like, you can engage the core by extending your right arm up as well. Breath in. Breath out. Plant your hands around that right foot. Good. We're in our low runner's lunge. Finding a 3-legged dog. Lift your right knee up and back. Awesome. Walking your hands back to frame the left foot, finding a standing split at the back of the mat. You can either point or flex the right toes. Just draw the crown of your head down towards the mat, towards your shin. If you'd like to explore your balance, you can always grab around this ankle. Find one more round of breath. Inhale. Exhale. Single leg Tadasana. Press into your left foot. You're rising up with your right knee bent. Hands are extended up ahead, up above. Breath in. Breath out. Finding our way into our pyramid pose. A nice little half step up your mat. Feet are on two separate train tracks. Hands come to the hips to start. Square those hips. And then go ahead and bend forward, pulling back in the right hip, forward in the left. Your hands can come down to the ground or wherever feels good. Good. And just hanging out here, feeling this different stretch through the right hip and hamstring. We've been focusing more on kind of like the inner portion of the hamstring stretch. Now we're finding our way through that entire outer side of the right leg. Breath in. Breath out. All right, y'all, bend into that right knee. Just walk your hands forward. We're just simply stepping back and finding our way through our vinyasa. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Let it go. 2 rounds of breath. Breath in. Breath out. One more breath in. Exhale to sink deeper. Left leg reaches high for a 3-legged dog. Knee to nose, curl the spine, point the toe, draw your knee in. Inhale, take it high, 3-legged dog. Step it between your hands. Low crescent lunge, drop the right knee. Inhale your arms up. Sink deep in the hips, breath in. Exhale, half splits, pop up on your left heel. Nice long spine. Breath in. Breath out. Shift forward. Low crescent lunge, low runner's lunge, finding your way to warrior 2. Power through the left heel. Sink deep in your legs, long in your arms. Fire up your triceps like you're being pulled from both directions through both sets of fingertips. Peaceful warrior takes you up and back. Triangle pose, straighten through the front leg. Tick-tock forward and down. Rotate that chest up towards the sky. Breath in. Breath out. On an inhale, rise up. All 10 toes right side of the mat. Find your forward fold. We'll find a twist in our forward fold here. Plant your left hand in the center of the mat. Inhale your right arm up. Exhale, plant your right hand to replace the left. Inhale, left arm high. Breath in. Exhale, breath out. Left toes towards the front of the mat, finding your way to your half moon. Draw that right foot up and in. Right arm reaches high. Good. Lifting up through your left hip, punching back through your right heel. Maybe your gaze is towards your top hand if you've extended it. Breath in. Staying here for one more breath. Slowly finding your way to extended side angle, dropping the right foot at the back of the mat. Nice long stance, left arm to left inner thigh, right arm reaching up and over. Again, just like in triangle pose, we're trying to rotate our bottom ribs up towards the ceiling, finding length while also finding our twist. Maybe you extend your bottom arm, engage the core. One breath here. Low runner's lunge, pop up on your right toes. Good. 3-legged dog, left leg reaches high, engage the core, take it up and back. Walk your hands towards your right leg. Lift that left leg even higher. Either point the toes or flex the heel, whichever feels better for you. Draw the crown of the head down. One more round of breath. Breath in. Breath out. Press into the right heel. Draw the left knee up and in. Single leg Tadasana. Arms reach high. Good. Maybe you're gazing up towards those fingertips. Taking a half step forward. Finding our pyramid pose. Left foot forward. Grab onto those hips, keeping them square. Torso reaches forward. Pull back on the outside of the left hip. Feeling this stretch. Again, exploring how it feels different than the hamstring and hip stretches we've done thus far. Maybe your hands come to the mat. Maybe your crown of your head releases down. One side might be a little more limber than the other. It's all good. One more round of breath. Sink deeper. Then slowly walk your hands forward, bend into the left knee, simply step that left leg back. Find your way through your vinyasa. Meet in a down dog. All right, third round. So we're talking about trust today. This third round gets even longer. So maybe put your trust in me to remember all of the poses in round 3. We're gonna get through it together. Y'all are doing so great. Take your right leg high for a 3-legged dog. Knee to nose, shift forward, curl the spine. Take that knee to your right elbow. Take it down to your right wrist. Take it across to your left wrist. Up to your left elbow. 3-legged dog. Right leg reaches high. Woo! Step that foot between your hands. Low crescent lunge. Drop the left knee. Inhale up. Exhale, half splits. Getting there a little quicker. Inhale, reach forward. Finding our high crescent lunge. Staying popped up on those left toes. Sink deep in the front knee. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Warrior 2. Open up. Make it grand. Make it powerful. Peaceful warrior takes you up and back. Good. Triangle pose takes you forward. Tick-tock forward and down. Good. From our triangle pose, we're moving straight into our half moon. Left hand to left hip. Slight bend of the right knee. Draw that back foot up and in. Maybe this left arm extends. Lifting up through this outer left hip. One more breath. Extended side angle. Slight bend through the left leg or right leg. Inhale the left arm up and over. Sink nice and deep in this pose. Breath in. Breath out. Maybe extend the bottom arm once again. And then frame the front foot. Low runner's lunge. Inhale, right arm high, twisted runner's lunge. Awesome. Plant the top hand, finding your way into a supported warrior 3. So draw your hands about a foot in front of the right foot. This time, instead of our half moon, our hips are staying square, just like our standing splits. But let's try to engage our upper body by now airplaning our hands back behind us. So hands come back by your hips. You can stay in your supported warrior 3 if that's where you are. That's great. Big inhale. Exhale, rise up, single leg Tadasana. Arms reach up high. Find your twisted one-leg Tadasana, twisting over your bent knee. Left arm back, right arm forward. Activate that calf muscle in the right foot. And then inhale for chair pose. Woo! Good. Awesome. Breath in. Breath out. Rise up, planting into the left foot. Give your right leg a break. Find tree pose. Plant your right foot on the inner left thigh. Hands can either come to heart center. So your knee is coming directly out from your hip. When you're ready, inhale your arms up. Pinkies are again dialed towards one another. Engage the core. Reach long. You're rooting down through the ground to grow higher and taller and prouder through your arms. Press that left leg back into your right foot. Breath in, breath out. Right knee dials forward. Let's kick that right foot out in front of us, pendulating it back into a high crescent lunge. Plant your hands, finding your side plank. Left foot comes on top of right. Left arm reaches high. Lift your hips up, breath in. Exhale, breath out. Can you stay here for one more full round of breath? Engage the core. Exhale, drop the left hand. Find your way through your vinyasa. Great job. We're working hard in here. Y'all are doing so good. We're all in it together. Left leg reaches high for a three-legged dog. Dial that pinky toe down. Knee to nose, curl the spine, reach forward. Left knee to left elbow. Left knee, left wrist. Left knee, right elbow. Left knee, right, or opposite. Yep, okay, take it. Good. Simon says, getting out of control. Step it between your hands. Low runner's lunge. Drop your right knee. Untuck your right toes. Inhale your arms up. Awesome. Exhale for your half splits. Inhale, rise up for your high crescent lunge. Powering up through that left heel. Power forward through the ball mound of the right foot. Arms reaching high. Inhale, warrior two. Good. Peaceful warrior takes you up and back. Triangle pose, straighten through the front leg. Tick-tock forward and down. Awesome. Breath in. Breath out. On your breath in, half moon. Plant the left hand, draw those right toes up and in. Good. As your body fatigues, trust that you can stay engaged, that your mind can stay focused, that your heart can overpower any fatigue in your body. Breath in, breath out, extended side angle, bend into the left knee. Left elbow to left inner thigh, right arm reaches up and over, breath in. Exhale, keep your mind centered. Keep your intention present. Left arm extends long, and then plant around that front foot. Low runner's lunge, inhale, left arm reaches high. Awesome. Exhale, plant your hand, supported warrior three. Hands come about a foot in front of that left foot. Outside of the right hip is dialing down. You can stay here or come into a full warrior three with airplane arms coming back by your hips. Breath in. Exhale, stay. Inhale to rise. Right knee rises. Find your T-twist over the right knee. Right arm back, left hand forward. Try to unclench those toes off of the mat. I know your calf is working overtime. Breath in. Chair pose, y'all. Woo! Who would ever think that chair pose is a pose you're excited as a rest pose for a moment. Breath in. Breath out, left knee rises. Finding tree pose. Planting the inside of the left foot on your right leg. Or you can come to your calf or a kickstand on the ground, hands at heart center. Squeeze those shoulder blades together and then root down to rise up. Engage the core. Working to be in one solid line. Breath in. Breath out. Bring that knee back through center. Kick your left leg out in front. Swinging it back behind. High crescent lunge here for just a moment. And then plant your hands to frame your right foot. Right foot comes on top of the left for your side plank. Hips reach high. Toes are flexing back towards your shins. Top hip is spiraling forward. Breath in. Breath out. One more breath. Plant your top hand. find that way through your vinyasa. Awesome job. Take your hips up and back. And let's come right into a child's pose. So bring those knees out wide. Sink your hips back. Let that heart rate fall. If you want an even more restorative pose, you can bring your knees together and your hands can come back beside you. Maybe even your palms are facing up. This is called our seed pose, which I find super restorative and nurturing. Go ahead and count your breaths. Find 4 rounds of breath here, wherever pose you're in. Count your inhales and your exhales for me. Feel your belly rise and fall on your thighs. Awesome. All right, go ahead and plant, or go ahead and rise up. We will go ahead and find our downward facing dog here for a moment. So what we've been working into today is this really big opening through the back of the legs. So we've come into a lot of half splits, a lot of crescent lunges. We're going to work our way into an extended half splits or maybe even the full splits. So take your right leg up to the sky, step it between your hands. Good. Drop your right knee. If you would like to prepare your mat, you can always bend into the mat so you have a little more cushioning on this back knee. So go ahead and hip shift back. And then what you can do, you can either wiggle this heel forward, or you can just come up on this back toes and just go ahead and shift forward to wherever feels good for you. If anyone wants to grab a block, or if you have any props at home or a blanket, you can always just slide it under here to give you some extra support. And then honestly, you just wiggle and work your way into whatever extension of this pose feels like you're at your edge. Or if you're at home doing this by yourself, whatever pose that you'll be able to safely get out of without getting stuck. Need like a life alert button for yogis. Keeping a nice long spine here. Breath in. Breath out. When you're ready, slowly come out of the pose, however feels good. If it's bending into that right knee. And we're finding our way to a seated spinal twist. So just tuck that left knee under the bent right leg. Inhale your left arm up. Exhale, elbow on the outside of the right leg. Good. Nice long spine. Crown of the head reaches high. Twist as you exhale. Find a counter twist to the opposite side of the mat. Good. And let's just swing our legs back behind us, finding our way into a downward facing dog once again. We'll find the same thing on the left side. Left leg reaches high, 3-legged dog. Step it between your hands. Come down onto your right knee. Again, you can always fold over that mat under that knee if that feels good. Keeping a nice long spine, and then pop back onto the left heel. Wiggle that left heel forward, maybe shift your right knee back. And again, accepting if one side is more flexible than the other. Completely normal. And try to reach down to the mat equally through like your inside hip and your outside hip. Keeping the hips kind of in this neutral, squared position. Your body might kind of get into panic mode in this pose, so make sure to stay focused on your breath and let your breath be a calming factor here. Keeping a long spine. When you're ready, start to come out. If you need to fold into your mat, that's all good. Roll out. We're gonna find our way into our seated spinal twist once again. Maybe not as gracefully as the side before. All good. Bend into your knees. Right arm reaches high. Elbow comes to the outside of the left knee. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, twist deep. Find your counter twist. Hands come to the opposite side of the mat. Unravel. Good. Finding our way through a little core exercise. So plant the feet into the ground. Good. Draw your heels in close. And then we're going to just draw our fingertips towards our toes to reach our core off of, or our upper back off the ground. Engage the lower core and pulse towards our feet for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now side to side, try to tap your hands towards your pinky toes. Good, engaging the side obliques. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms reach up over your head. Let's reach our legs long. A good morning stretch. We're not quite done with core though. So we're bending into our right knee as we reach our hands towards our right foot. Good. Release long. Opposite leg, rise up, engage the core. Reach long. You can flex or point the toes. Inhale, right leg. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, lower. Inhale, right leg. Exhale, lower. Right leg 2 more times. Inhale, up. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, right leg again. Slowly lower. Left leg 3 times. Inhale, rise. Exhale, slowly lower. Contract the core as you lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, down. 1 more time. Inhale, rise. Exhale, down. Arms reach up. Full boat pose on an inhale. Contract the core to rise. Good. Engage this lower core. Flex or point those toes. What do you want? Squeeze your shoulders down your back. A little Tracy Chapman for you to make it all feel easier. Breath in. Breath out. Here for 3 more rounds of breath. Engage the core. Slowly lower for 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring your knees bent again. Let's windshield wiper your legs side to side. Release your core, release your lower back. We'll find a supine figure 4 pose here. So bend into keep the left foot on the ground. Let the right ankle come over the top. Bent knees, grab behind that left hamstring, draw it in towards your face. Use your right elbow to press out on that inner right knee. Slowly plant that your left foot down into the ground. Let your hips drape over to the left side of the mat. Gaze over to the right. Try to shift that right shoulder down to the mat. Gaze over the right hand. Come back through center. Plant the right foot on the ground. Left foot crosses over the right quad. Maybe grab behind that right leg, draw it in towards you. Press on the inner left thigh with the left elbow. Plant the right foot on the ground. Let the hips fall to the right, gaze to the left. Come back through center. Let's find one last pose of happy baby, or if there's any other pose that you need to round out your practice to feel good in your body, you can find that now. Draw your knees down towards your armpits. You can straighten into one leg, straighten into the other. 2 rounds of breath. Go ahead and wrap your arms around your knees. Give yourself a big hug. Draw your chin or your forehead into your legs. Breath in. Exhale, Shavasana. Legs reach long, palms are up. Toes can splay out wide. Bring your focus to your third eye center.
Mama told me there'd be days like this. My mama told me there'd be days like this.
For your last few breaths of Shavasana, let's bring your mind back towards your intention, whether it's the one I set for you or one you set for yourself. How did you see that reflected on your mat today? How did you find trust in the process, trust in the outcome, trust of the falling and where it would take you, trust in the successes and how it would make you feel? Having trust in the universe and yourself, your spirit and those around you. Go ahead and take a deep breath in, internalize your intention on your mat. Hold it within you. Hold it at your heart center. Let it circulate through your body. Find an exhale and send it out into the world. Reach your arms up and over your head long. And then roll over onto your favorite side when you're ready. Pressing up into a comfortable seated position at your own time. Inhale your arms up to the sky. Exhale your thumb knuckles to your third eye center. The light in me sees, honors, and reflects the light in each of you yogis. Thank you for sharing in this practice. Namaste.